everyone, and welcome to our, Claire, you gotta plug this in. Hi everyone, and welcome to our Touch Base Thursday for this week. Claire was forgetting to plug in. I don't need those right this minute. I need that plugged in. Anyway, welcome everyone as we're debating down here on what needed to be done first. But anyway, welcome to your Facebook Live for this week. I'm excited to be live with you all and share with you some awesome projects that I've created using some celebration paper that I have that you can get during the month of February. So anyway, if you are joining me, please comment and tell me hello. And like I said, we will get started here in just a couple of minutes and give you guys all kinds of updates and things like that that I have regarding life and family and all that great stuff. So anyway, thank you, Claire. Anyway, so welcome everyone to my live for this week. So hello to Shelby. I see Shelby's on here. Shelby's the first one in with a hello, and hello to Mary. So welcome, ladies, as you're coming in and to my live for this week. So it has been a whirlwind week for me. At work, we have, one of the things I've learned when you work in a student service area is that you have busy times, and today was the day that tuition was due. And so a lot of students wait to the last minute to realize that their loans didn't process or their aid hasn't paid out. So our phones were crazy busy today with students wondering why they didn't get their stuff processed into their account. And of course, their procrastination becomes our emergency. So it has been a crazy day. I'm glad I only work till noon tomorrow, so I have time to get ready for my event and things that I have this weekend. I have a crafting retreat on Saturday, so I know some of you who might be watching might be coming to that or bought the retreat to go. So I'm excited to be able to have a half a day where I can say, see you guys, because it has been a crazy busy week with a lot of questions of people wondering why their aid hasn't paid. And of course, it's our fault when they didn't, sign their promissory note or do something that we needed from them to be able to process their aid. So anyway, a few things I have in the way of updates. Hello, I see we have Cindy in here and we have Patty. So again, welcome to all of you that are joining in. Few updates. Most of you saw that I shared pictures of Claire from her snowball dance. Did she not look beautiful? Claire is the one of my children that does not usually always get dressed up, but she sure looks beautiful when she does. So she had snowball dance, and she is practicing hard right now for her solo ensemble competition that is in a couple weeks. So I can guarantee you today, Mary, if you listen closely, you can probably hear her. She is going to be practicing a lot for her for the next couple weeks because she has to get things fine-tuned and get things ready to go for that. So yeah, she didn't have a lesson tonight. Her lesson this week is on Saturday, and it's a 2-hour lesson. So she is trying to perfect it all. And I told her, it's okay. You can play while I have my live. No one's going to complain. So you may be able to hear her. Natalie update for you guys. Now, I got to be honest and tell you I'm not able to share a whole lot of details as she begins her role at Disney, but I can tell you she debuts tomorrow in her first character role, and she has been approved for 5 different character roles so far. So she will be different characters at different times, and so she's busy learning all there is to know about the character and their behaviors and how they present themselves. Yeah, so she's excited. The day 4 of being in her training, and she has already been able to get out there. So she's going to be in Epcot tomorrow, and excited for her to do that. So, but yeah, can you guys hear? I'm going to be quiet for a minute because you guys can probably hear her playing. But anyway, Linda, I'm excited to have you there too. So if any of you that are local, I still have, I think, 2 spots available. I prepped enough products and things for a certain number of people. I have 2 spots available for anyone who might still want to come to my crafting retreat on Saturday at the St. Henry Center from 8 to 8 on Saturday. Okay? Let's see here. Oh, you guys can hear her? I know. Isn't it awesome? Oh, good. So you guys are going to have music in the background tonight. Okay. Anyway, you guys know the routine. If you share my Facebook, those are my updates on my girls. So they are doing great. Natalie's having the time of her life, meeting a lot of really good friends. She found that the bus takes about an hour to get to work and an hour to get home. So she found a couple friends who have cars that are also in the character roles. So they've been driving her. So she's been enjoying the getting home quicker thing. So, oh, yeah, you guys can hear her. Yeah, I told her it would be fine. So hopefully you don't mind hearing that in the background. As long as you guys still listen to me too. Okay, let's see here what else I have. My February classes are going to be opening up here soon. So February classes are going to be opening. I have 3 different classes so that I've got ready so far. So one is the Trusty Tools. I have Trusty Tools if you need masculine cards. One is Lovely and Sweet, which is a really beautiful flowery, neutral looking bundle that's in the catalog. And then I have a Sympathy card class that I'm going to showcase for you guys here tonight. This Sympathy class is actually one of my optional classes this weekend, but the cards are great for Sympathy cards, or you could use the cards for other things too. You wouldn't need to stamp them as Sympathy cards, but I know that I needed more Sympathy cards, and so I decided to do it as a class. February 21st, my online fun party registration's open if you want to join us for bingo and make and takes and fun. So that is there as well. And then I just want to make sure you guys all know that I will be gone February 14th through the 18th. I will be going to see Natalie at Disney, and so I will have a pre-recorded video for you guys that week. Again, I hope you understand, but I'm going to be going to see Nat for a quick weekend. We fly out, my friend Dawn and I fly out on Wednesday and come back on Sunday. So I will not be doing a live that week. I'll remind you next week, though. I will be live with you next week. Let's see here what else I've got. So yeah, I know you guys can hear her, because it's getting loud down here for me to hear her too. Hopefully it's not too loud that you guys can still, find it as a distraction. But anyway, online exclusives. There are some new online exclusives that are going to begin March 5th, and I was able to pre-order some of them today. So I actually ordered 2 bundles. One is called the Flowering Zinnias, and another one's called A Little Latte, which is coffee-themed ones. So I'll be showcasing those, I'm sure. And then there's also a stamp set called Comforting Thoughts, which is going to be an amazing stamp set. So if you ever wanted like a stamp set that just has those hard to find words of comfort in time of need, there's a saying for cancer, there's a saying for just about everything. It's going to be an amazing stamp set, and so I'm looking forward to that coming out and being available for you guys as well. All right, so you guys know the routine though. If you share, you get your name into the drawing. All right? Oh, listen to that, you guys. Okay. So in this year, she's playing a very slow melody song that she has to carry out her strings. And so it's been a little bit more challenging for her, but she's doing it. So yes, so February 10th, keep her in your thoughts. She competes in downstate Michigan for the solo ensemble districts, and then if she advances, she'll go to state like she did last year, all that fun stuff. Okay, so you guys know that last week I had 2 little packs of embellishments up for grabs. Yay, yay, yay. And I have 2 winners of these. So the first winner is Karen Reeves. So congratulations to Karen. I'm not sure if Karen is out there with me. I know that she had emailed me that she was trying to find the link, and I can't send it to her once I'm live. So I'm hoping, Karen, that you found me. Oh, she did. There you go. Yay. I see that you just commented that you did. So good. Yay, 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 yay. All right. And then the winner of the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock gems. You guys ready for the next winner? Yay! Is Janet Crowell. So congratulations to Janet and to Karen. So I will get those to you guys when I see you next, or get them in the mail to you. So congratulations, ladies. Yay, Karen's on. Okay. Let's see what else I have in the way of announcements. So I talked about classes. Oh, first of all, I want to say kudos to so many of you. I had a good handful of you do the card sketch this month in January, and I love it. So thank you guys so much. It melts my heart seeing all of you posting your cards and your creations out there. So thank you for doing that. I am going to, this month again, do it the way I did last time, where I put everyone's name in the drawing and spin the wheel and let the wheel pick the winner. So I kind of liked that idea. So I think it was Courtney. And Courtney, I'm not sure if you're on here yet, but Courtney gave me that idea. Oh yeah, there she is. And so I loved it. And I don't have a boss anymore that I can just ask to pick a card because I don't see him now that I've moved offices. Anyway, I mean, I still have a boss, but I'm not, I haven't really talked much about my Stampin' Up stuff there yet. But anyway, I like that idea. So we're going to do that again. I might do that at least every other month or something like that. So I think it's neat to just have a random draw, and that way everybody has an opportunity to win. And I just want you guys to know I appreciate you all doing it. February's sketch will post tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys until tomorrow to post for January because I forgot to get a reminder out. So if you haven't posted your January card yet, you have until the end of the day tomorrow, and then I will be picking a winner, and I'll be posting February's sketch to go out in just probably tomorrow as well. I have the card done, the sketch done. I've kind of been pretty on the ball lately, I feel like, anyway. Okay, so with that, I think that's everything I needed to talk to you guys about. Celebration is going on in full swing. Any of you are interested in joining and taking advantage of the glass mat, you only have until the end of February in which to do that. So let me know if it's something you're interested in doing. And I know a lot of people are wanting to do that just to get that glass mat. And that's exactly what, you don't have to do anything additional. The glass mat is phenomenal. And I need to get it out again and bring it. Well, I have it out, but I need to bring it again from one of my lives. Maybe I will next week. But it's so big, it's hard for me to really show you guys how awesome it is. But when you use it and you're stamping with the photopolymer stamp sets, it is clean, crisp, no halos. You get a really good stamped image. So, it's a great way to get an awesome stamp mat for you to be able to stamp on top of that gives you really good images. So any questions on that, let me know. So the paper that I'm going to be showcasing tonight is probably my favorite paper that's part of the Celebration. It is called the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper. It is gorgeous, beautiful for spring themed cards, and it pairs nicely with one of the stamp sets in the catalog called Inspirational Sketches. Even though you're going to see tonight that I really used this paper to do the majority of the work for me so that I didn't have to do a whole lot of stamping and coloring because I like my cards to be easy, duplicatable. And this paper is something that you can get and not even need the stamp set to be able to create all kinds of beautiful, beautiful cards. Oh, and you guys might want to know if you, again, Kay, I love your reminder. If you share my video, you guys get in my drawing, right? So you notice that I drew Karen and Janet this week. The two items up for grabs this next week are iridescent rhinestones. And then I have a bolt of this awesome pool party ribbon. Now this ribbon is part of one of the Celebration offerings. You're going to see me using it tonight. It pairs with this Designer Series paper phenomenally well. And so those are the two prizes that I will be drawing for next week. Okay, so with that, I think I've given you all my announcements that I have. I'm going to transition my camera down to my little stamp area here and show you guys what I've got for you tonight. And I'm also going to give you a little sneak peek of my Sympathy card class. I'm not going to be making those cards with you, but the registration for those will be opening up this week. This weekend is when I'll probably get a chance to open up all of my classes for you to be able to register for any of those that you might like. Okay, so with that, you guys ready? Let me transition this down. I think Claire may be done playing now. I think she kind of, I told her that it wouldn't bother anybody if she needed to complete. She is the kind of girl who is dedicated to practicing a certain amount of time. So if she's committed to doing an hour, she's committed to doing an hour. So I told her it was completely fine. Let me move these out of the way. But there's your little sneak peek, you guys. But she likes to make sure that she gets her time in to be able to practice. And so I told her it was completely fine to keep practicing. All right, you guys. So let me show you this Designer Series paper. I know you got a little sneak peek of the cards. Let me move my iPad up. So this is the designer series paper, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so let me get the pieces out here for you to be able to see. And again, it is just beautiful. So one side has a lot of the birds on it. This paper again is free by placing a $50 Stampin' Up! Order. This can then be your free paper. I'm also going to be doing this weekend, one thing I'm going to be working on at my event is I'm going to be designing, I have not done this kind of a project in a very long time. I'm going to be designing a 6x8 scrapbook album with this beautiful paper. And so if anyone's interested in that, let me know. You'll see that registration open. It does include our little album. It does include all kinds of stuff already. So anyway, but that is what I'm going to be doing. So this is some of the paper. I don't know if I have all 6 patterns. I have 5 of them here, but you'll get a good hang of what they all look like here. So this side, you have a bunch of the bird paper. Again, it is absolutely stunning paper. I love it. And this one I used, when you see my sympathy cards, I just kind of punched these birds out and used those for some of the elements on my cards. And on the back side, you have some more of the main like colored one. My favorite one, I'll show you guys my favorite. Well, this is one of my favorites right here, is in that gorgeous paper. And then this one I think is my ultimate favorite because it's got that little bit of a pink in it. Right? So I love that one. Peggy, you might have to just put your volume up, I think, and I think it'll work if you put your volume up because mine is up, so I'm hoping mine's okay. All right, so those are the backs of some of those designer series papers. And then let me show you guys the cards here. So we're going to start by, oh, and the stamp set. I didn't show you guys the stamp set. So this is the stamp set. It's called Inspirational Sketches. Now, I only used the stamp set to stamp the sentiments. So I did not use the stamp set at all with any of the other images. Now you can, but again, I really took advantage of this beautiful paper and let the paper and the birds and the paper be what I needed for that, okay? So let me show you guys here what I created for you. So this is, and again, this will be a class that will be opening up for you guys to register for as well. So I just love this class. So you can also get 3 of these cards for free in the mail by putting in a $35 order with me over the next week, and then you'll get 3 of these cards sent to you in the mail. Okay, so for this first card right here, this is literally just the designer series paper that I used. It's not anything, the only thing stamped is the greeting on there that says thank you for everything. So this is the Lost Lagoon. The Lost Lagoon color is included in there. And then I did a lot of layering with paper. I really let the paper kind of play out with all of these cards that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. So, and I think this has been my most popular celebration pick for my customers and for me. Oh, I need to glue this stuff down first. So, and there's still time for you to get this paper. Like I said, it's available through the end of February or while supplies last. So if you didn't get this paper yet, don't delay too long because I don't want it to be gone when you want to get it. This is also a celebration item. This is the beautiful ruffled ribbon, or the crinkle ribbon in Pool Party. Pool Party is one of the colors in this paper. So I chose to use this beautiful ribbon, and I'll be using this ribbon on my scrapbook album as well because I ended up getting a few extra to be able to incorporate all these awesome products in my little mini scrapbook album. I think it'd be a perfect album to do like for Mother's Day or just because or any of that kind of stuff. So those of you that have done my 6x8 scrapbook albums in the past, be on the lookout for that. It does, doesn't it, Deb? I agree. This ribbon is just gorgeous. And even though it's got a little bit of that crinkle to it, it's not too much. It's just enough to give it a little bit of a texture to it. I then used the designer series paper. This is the one, actually this is the one piece that I don't think I actually showed you because I used a lot of it for my cards because I've already got things cut. But this is the designer series paper one that I did not show you. You can kind of see what it looks like, the one piece. And on the back it's purple. It's got the pretty fresh freesia, okay? So that's the piece that you did not get to see because I don't have much of it left to show you on the back I have here. All right, so then these are just 3 different sizes, all 1/4 of an inch bigger than the other. And I'm just layering those together. And that is going to become my focal point on the card. Again, nothing too hard here. And I also have a tutorial only option that will provide all the measurements for these cards. So if you're interested in that, we have been typing up tutorials that provides a list of all of the products used and the measurements, so that you, if you have this product on your own at home already, you'd be able to make the cards and have the measurements, kind of like a recipe, I call it. So, and those I have available. I've been bad about getting them on my website, but I do have them available that I've been just emailing as people purchase. So just know that's an option for any of you that might be interested in that. And then I used like I said, the inspirational sketches. I used the 3 sentiments for all of these cards you're going to be seeing tonight. Thanks for everything. I have a 1-inch piece of cardstock, and I stamped it in the black. Now you could have used any different color of the ink that you might have that coordinates with this product, these product colors. I liked to keep it simple so that this way it's something that anybody can do. Black is a classic color, and a lot of people have a black ink pad, so I like to be able to do it so that people can duplicate these cards. Thank you guys. I know, isn't it pretty? Hello to Sonia. I see Sonia. I haven't seen you on in a while. So welcome. And thank you, Philomena, on the nail compliment. I went with a matte finish this time, and I don't usually do that, but I have a matte finish instead of a glossy finish, and I love the little conversation hearts. I love Valentine's Day though, so, and I don't really like Valentine's Day for a Valentine's Day. I like it for that it's pink. It's all pink, about pink and red and hearts and that kind of thing. All right, so there's my first card that I've created. Now, I did also on some of these cards. Now, the ones I'm doing tonight, I don't think I put any embellishments on, but some of the embellishments that I found that match really nice are the ones. These are the tinsel gems. You have the little yellow ones that would go with it. You have some of the pink, the blue. So these are cute ones that could go with it. You could also just use iridescent pearls, anything like that that would be nice. So so yeah, so that is my first card to share with you all. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so again, this paper is what does the work for me. Okay, I cannot take credit for this beautiful cards without the paper. So the next one I'm going to share with you is this one right here. And this one, again, using that beautiful paper, and I cut out the bird. Now this little punch is the bow punch. So it's the bow punch that gives you, gives you a leaf and this cute little like flowered look. This is also one of our newer punches that came out with a stamp set. So for this card, I chose to use Calypso Coral for the card base. And so I'm just going to fold this in half here. And then I used a piece of this designer series paper. This is the only one I didn't really know what to do with. And I found that it was much easier to use the opposite side of this. But just by adding in this beautiful little piece of paper, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these two together and put them right here. And then I did my ribbon around the center of this. So let me bring my ribbon in here. And I'm just going to put ribbon right around the center. Hello, Karen, and welcome. Hey, you are where you need to be. I always say family first because those kids and grandkids are only little ones. And I know I don't like to miss things. Okay, so we're just going to wrap this around here like that. And then we're going to adhere this down to my card like this. Ta-da! And then I did do a little tie-on piece right there. Hello to Marsha and welcome. Oh, Wisconsin, neighboring state. I am from Michigan, for any of you who might be new. I am from the central Michigan area, right in the center of the Lower Peninsula. So I'm literally 2 hours from every single point in the Lower Peninsula. When you want to go to the west, to the east, to the north, to the south, makes it kind of nice. Maybe 2.5 hours. I may have exaggerated a little bit on the 2 hours. All right, so there is that. And then I just have the stamped, this is the punch from the annual catalog, or no, it came out, I don't even think it's, I think it might be online. No, it is in the, I think it's in the spring catalog, in January through April 1. And this I just put on with a couple of dimensionals, and I stamped the thank you for everything again. So again, can you guys see how easy these cards would be for you to duplicate? And if you don't have this ribbon, so you would need to place a $100 order to get both the paper and the ribbon. But if you don't have this ribbon, you could use a different ribbon, but you definitely would need to do the paper to be able to duplicate these cards. But can you see how simple and easy I've created these? It's all using the paper and not the stamp set. So you really don't need that stamp set to do these. And wait till you guys see, I'm going to show you at the end of my live, I will show you my Sympathy card class that will be open for registration using this paper. You'll get everything already all cut and ready for you to just be able to put your cards together. So that'll be cool as well. So this is a bird from the paper that, yes, you have to fussy cut around the little bird. So I'm just going to kind of cut around him. Nothing too fancy here. Just going to cut around him. And you can see I'm leaving a little bit of a white edge around it. That just gives the little bird more definition. Okay, so that's one of the things that you're going to want to do when you fussy cut around that. Oh, Marcia, for the October World Card Making Day. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to put the bird like he's perching up here on top of this. And then so this card, you can see I did add a couple of those little gems. So see how cute they are? Even though it's not the right color of pink, they just fit in there perfectly. Just fit perfectly together. So that is my second card to share with you all. I love it. I agree, Julie, this paper is phenomenal. Okay, so let me bring my next card in to share with you guys. And this one, again, using that designer series paper. And look what I did on this. I just folded over one of the little corners to have a little bit of a peak there, and I didn't even glue it down, but you could glue that down if you wanted to. That's also a neat little look that you can do for cards and things as well. So for this one, I chose to use the pool party for my card base. And I just love this designer series paper, this piece paired with the beautiful bubble bath cardstock. I think it just kind of paired together so beautifully. So for this one, I am just going to fold a little piece of this down. And you can do a lot or a little. It doesn't really matter on this one, however you want to do that. And I'm just going to, this is a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of bubble bath and a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of designer series paper. And I'm just going to, look how beautiful that paper is. I'm telling you, it is just so pretty. And so again, you can see, like I said, I folded that little corner down just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. And so you can see a little bit of the other side of that paper. Again, notice that I only have the one little stamped sentiment on there. So again, if you have this paper, these cards are easy to duplicate. And this one I did Grateful for You. And I stamped the Grateful for You again on black using just a 1/2 inch strip of the paper. The basic white cardstock, and I'm just going to add a couple dimensionals onto this, and going to add this down here like that. And then I used this ribbon again that I love. I'm glad you guys like these cards. I liked them too. And I'm just going to tie a little knot here with the ribbon. And you can see here, I'm not going to make it too tight, and I'm going to kind of make it nice and flat. I'm just pushing it down with my fingers. And then we're going to trim this off and make it kind of smaller here. I cannot wait for you guys to see my Sympathy cards with this one, because those, I think, so I designed those literally just this week. I have been a designing fool, probably staying up way too late, but when I get into a design funk, I want to just keep designing, and that's kind of how I've been. Last night, I think I designed 3 or 4 different classes, so be on the lookout for some awesome things to come. because I think you guys are going to like what you see. So there's my little knot right there that I'm just going to put on the bottom. And then the other thing I did is I cut out a bird. So again, using some of this designer series paper, I'm just going to cut out this cute little bird from the paper. So again, you guys, these cards would be so simple for you guys to duplicate and make quite a few of them. Even if you don't have all of the colors of cardstock that I used, if you had 2 or 3, that would be more than enough variety for what you would need. I'm going to put a little dimensional on the back of that, just a little one. I'm going to actually cut a little part of my end because I don't have minis here right now. I never do. You guys should be used to that. And then I'm just going to put my little bird on the end of this right here like that. Grateful for you. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So that is card number 3. Card number 4 is going to be this one right here. And again, you guys can see I agree, Karen. I have not seen any cards that I have not liked with this beautiful paper. So this one, I brought in some of the Flirty Flamingo cardstock for my card base. You can see that this designer series paper has some garden green in it. So I brought in a layer of garden green that's 5 1/4 by 4. And then this awesome piece of paper again, that is 5 1/4 or 5 by 3 3/4. So we're just going to adhere these two together. And then you can see I added the ribbon around here. Again, this ribbon I think was designed perfectly for these cards. I love it. Love, love, love it. So let me add some adhesive down here like that and wrap this around. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's just meant to be. It fits it perfectly. Just perfectly. Okay. And then this is going to go onto the card base. Can you guys see the different colors of cardstock pull out the birds and things differently? That is so cool. I thought that was kind of cool too. All right. And then for this one, I literally just layered some pieces together here. So I have I got to make sure I find the right, that one goes for that one. I've got too many birds here. Okay, so we'll do that one. We'll do this one. Okay, so here I have a bunch of different, the bird. So this is on a 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2-inch circle punch. So they're all going to layer together very nicely and play nice together. So I'm just going to layer these all together. And I'm sure a lot of you have some kind of circles in your repository whether it be punches or dies or something like that. Stampin' Up! Does still currently have the 1 3/4 inch punch and the 2-inch punch. So you'd be able to still get those punches if you needed them. That's going to go on the card like that. You can see here that I have a piece of that ribbon that I've cut and tied underneath here. So I'm just going to tie that underneath. It's a really easy ribbon to work with. I'm sure you guys can probably see that by how I'm working with it. Not too hard at all. It helps when I have sharper scissors. So at my cystic fibrosis fundraiser, those of you that are coming, I'm happy to say that I just this week secured the scissor sharpener. His name is Mike, and he comes and sharpens our scissors and our knives, and I secured him to come for my event the first weekend in March. So those of you coming, yay, you're going to make sure you bring your scissors. He does it for $5 a pair. And yeah, you might be like, oh my goodness, but you can't buy a nice pair of scissors for $5. Our Stampin' Up! Scissors are $10, and they are like brand spanking new all over again. All right, so this one just says, enjoy the journey. And there you have that card. What do you think? Love it. Okay, this next one is going to be for my purple people. I know my purple people are the ones that I know of that are watching are Carol and Courtney, and I think Shireen. So this next one is for you guys. You ready to see this one? Is it not gorgeous? Pretty, right? I know. This one I think is probably one of my favorites. So for this one, I used the Highland Heather cardstock. This is the the purple, one of our purple cardstock colors. But again, doesn't it make those birds look purple? Like it brings out some of the purplish, bluish color in them. I love it. I used fresh freesia, and then this is the back side of that. Now, one of the things that I did do with this card is I did emboss this designer series paper to give it a little bit of a beautiful background. Can you see that? So I did emboss this with an embossing folder, and I don't remember which one it was, but any of them would be perfect to give it just a little bit of texture. So I know you guys would love it, those of you who are my purple people. Oh, the other Carol, are you a purple person too? I love it. All right, and then I just punched out all of these different birds, and these are punched out with the 1 3/4. These are punched out with the 2-inch. And we are going to, yep, there's Shireen. She's another one of my purple people. And I'm just going to glue these onto my purple. Again, they're Highland Heather, so the same color of purple as the card base is. And you can see I did add some ribbon along the back, but you really wouldn't have to, but I kind of like it added there. Just to add a little bit of pizzazz to it. I know, isn't it? Oh, Shelby, you're also a purple person. Purple is probably my second favorite. Pink is first for me, but I like purple as well. I'm more of a lighter purple person, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to add some adhesive to this and then add on my ribbon right across the middle. So you guys are in for, wait till you see, like I said, my other class that I've done with this. So, you know, as demonstrators, whenever we put in orders for supplies and things, we also get a free $50 item or a free item for every $50 that we purchase. So I have been stocking up on this paper purposely to do a couple of extra classes, like my scrapbook album I'm going to do, this sympathy card class that you're going to see here. And I will be doing a video on my... So I know I told you guys a couple weeks ago that I had YouTube videos I was going to post. I have them done. I'm struggling getting them onto YouTube from the program that I use called iMovie. My phone has plenty of space, but for some reason it keeps telling me I don't have space. So I have one of my old employees helping me with that early next week. So yeah, YouTube's been just kind of finicky with me lately. So anyway, you guys will be getting videos soon. So I just wanted to make sure you knew why you haven't seen them. I've got a couple on my phone. I just haven't been able to get them up there. But when you see this next class that I'm going to show you, I'm definitely going to share with you how I cut the designer series paper to do what I did with it. So I cannot wait to show you guys that. All right, so there's that. And then, oh, I did glue that down to the card already. And then I have Grateful for You again on a 1/2 inch piece of the basic white cardstock. And then that's just going to go down here. Oop, I got to cut it a little bit shorter. Either that or I have my circle down too far, but I can cut it shorter. Okay, and so then we're going to put that on with a couple of dimensionals. And voila! Grateful for You will be on here like that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then you could use those rhinestones if you wanted to be able to decorate the card up. All right, so let me bring in all of these 5 cards to show you. So again, this will be a class that will be opening up for registration here soon. I may have already had it opened once, but I think no, I don't think I did. I'm trying to remember which classes I've done and which I haven't. I can't remember. They all blend together when you start designing so many beautiful card classes. But I do think this class was last month. I know that I do have a couple kits left over. And now that I think about it, because if you've already got this kit, the kits went out today. We got them ready last night. And my husband dropped them off at the mail today. So I've been recruiting family to help me with stuff because Jen, who helps me with a lot of my mailing stuff, had to have some surgery on her knee and hasn't been able to make it in my basement very good. So my husband's been having to help me. But anyway, this is a class that I do know, now that I think about it. It's the registration for my Sympathy class that's going to be opening up. This class was for the month of January. I know that I've got about 3 or 4 kits left. And so they will be, I bring them to my event this weekend. But if any of you are interested, let me know. But this is the class that I designed with this, the first class that I designed. Okay, you guys ready to see my Sympathy card class? This is the one that registration has not been open for. I just designed these about a week ago. We got them cut, and so I'm going to show you guys these beautiful cards. Now, they don't have to be sympathy cards. I did indeed make all of mine sympathy cards because I needed sympathy cards, okay? Now, the neat thing is with this class, you will get a full bolt of this beautiful boho blue ribbon. You will also get the whole pack of these beautiful rhinestones. This is the pearl or the iridescent pearl rhinestones. Okay, now all of these say sympathy, but you do not need to have them say sympathy. You will, in your kit, you will just get, I forget which stamp set we used, but you'll get your piece of white cardstock and you can stamp these with whatever sentiment that you want. But are these not gorgeous? This is the sympathy card class that I created for my event this weekend. So I know a handful of you have purchased this for my event, also purchased this to go. So if you bought my sympathy class, this is what you're going to be getting. All this stuff will already be punched out for you. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about, so these two cards right here just kind of used some designer series paper on the top and the bottom. It just all comes together so beautifully though because of the nature of these cards, right? But this is what I wanted to share with you is these three cards right here. And this is what I'm going to be doing a video on. I think my video uses a different paper, but basically I have a piece of 5 by 3 3/4 of each of these three colors. So it's 5 by 3 3/4, and you cut it in a specific way that gives you 3 different pieces. And then you just use the opposite pieces to make the 3 cards. You guys kind of follow? But it was a great way to use up the designer series paper and to find the backs to be a little bit different, but yet kind of similar, and not have a lot of waste of the designer series paper. And then again, this is just literally, this is just the paper punched out with a circle punch. Again, only thing stamped on these cards is the with sympathy, with sincere sympathy. So anyway, I had to share that with you guys because like I said, this class is gorgeous and one that you could use as birthday cards thinking of you. They wouldn't have to be sympathy. I just thought they were great sympathy cards, and I needed to restock my store down at the corner store down the road from me. It's a little like a little Mennonite country corner store. They sell my cards, and I had to get more cards out there and more sympathy cards. So I wanted to get some of these made up, and Kay doesn't know it yet. She's going to be getting a kit to make up to take down there. But anyway, so I just wanted to share these with you guys as well. So if you have this paper and you're looking for ideas, I'm really hoping that I've given you some inspiration of some beautiful things you can do with it. Again, if you're interested in this class, this one I have not even opened the registration for yet. This class, I do have extra kits of it, and I know I've got a good probably 3 or 4 because when we cut them I knew that they would go over just wonderfully well. And so yeah, I hope that you guys no 3D projects today because I was too busy designing all these awesome cards for classes, but I hope that you guys have enjoyed my display of this paper, and I hope that you consider getting this paper during celebration. Again, it's only going to be available while supplies last through the month of February. It is called the Flight and Airy, which is a unique, weird name for it, but it is called Flight and Airy. It is a free celebration option, and there's lots of different colors of cardstock in here. So you've seen that I used a lot of them. You wouldn't have to. You know, in here you have boho blue, bubble bath, calypso coral, crumb cake. I didn't even use crumb cake. Daffodil Delight, didn't use that. Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, I didn't use any Misty Moonlight. Pecan Pie, the only pecan pie I used was actually the piece that's from the designer series paper. And then Soft Sea Foam, and I didn't even use any Soft Sea Foam. So you can see that you can kind of mix and match and pick and choose the colors that you want. If you do get your order to $100, I definitely encourage you to consider getting this beautiful ribbon. This ribbon is Pool Party, and you get a lot. You get 10 yards of ribbon, so you get a ton of ribbon to be able to make beautiful cards with it. I will be using this ribbon and the embellishments that are available during celebration on my little scrapbook album, and I cannot wait to design that this weekend. All right, so with that, once again, I am done early. I don't know how that happened because, well, I didn't do a 3D project. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed my Facebook Live presentation for tonight. I hope that this gives you some inspiration for things that you can do with this gorgeous paper to make beautiful cards and projects without having to invest a lot in stamps and ink, and just some paper and the cardstock. All right, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining me. I'll be back next week with some more awesome stuff. I think I'll be showcasing, it might be the stippled roses from the celebration offering as well, if I'm thinking correctly. I already have like 2 or 3 things lined up because I've been working ahead, go me. So I'll be definitely showcasing some more beautiful projects. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing my presentation and seeing these beautiful cards. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you all back here next week. Bye, everyone.